So one thing that Putin said that that I liked, that was quite interesting, in the Tucker Carlson interview that he did not mention earlier in this show. By the way, a great point from Alex from Tennessee, my prior caller just now, said that Putin talked about the Denazification. I hadn't raised that point when I was sort of rehashing freestyle off the top of my head what happened in this interview. But Putin said that China is not as aggressive as America, say. Do you hear of China sending their military around the world? I've never heard this. I guess their military is too busy inside their country, like dealing with these those Muslims. What are the ones that Uyghurs? The Uyghurs. The Uyghur Muslims. I'm laughing because the name sounds like that word that Maze says. They're busy dealing with the Uyghur Muslims in China. But they do more, and this is how Asians kind of are too. They don't necessarily like fight you so much. They do like wheeling and dealing and sleazy, slick deals, and they're more stingy and shystery than those people whom you don't like, some of you guys, who you need to love. Because we love everybody. Those Chinese, they do deals. They buy up our land with cash here in America. And we don't have cash to buy the land before them. Isn't that interesting? Huh. And they copy our stuff. They lie and cheat. They're not Christian, many of them. Even some of the Christians are kind of liberal. Yeah. I found that interesting, an interesting point. Because he's in bed with them. They're neighbors. They don't agree with everything, but they get along. And we should be getting along with them as much as we can. Doesn't the Bible say, as far as it depends on you, get along with everyone? And do right in the eyes of all men as far as you can, you know? There's stuff, you're gonna end up doing stuff that other people think, oh, that's wrong. But I think that, can't we all just get along? I just wanted to make that point. I hadn't thought of China in that way. I hadn't really considered the fact that China's not, oh yeah, maybe they'll bomb on their own people. They bomb on their own people. They'll bomb on their people on their territory known as Taiwan. Shout out to the Taiwanese. I used to be for Taiwan to be their own country or independent. Now I don't know about that. I think they belong to China. Team China. Based commie China. Because Taiwan are a bunch, and Hong Kong too. Remember those Hong Kongers? The Hong Kong protesters? They were under British rule, and then Britain gave China back their Hong Kong, but they're supposed to be self-ruled and more democratic. But they're a bunch of lame-os. They're a bunch of, like, blind, brainwashed student, by student, I mean communist liberals, you know? So who would you rather have, the long-time old-school communists or these dumb, brainwashed college student communists who wanted their little independence? I'd rather have these old-school powerful Xi Jinping communists in charge of them. It's really not my business. I don't live in, I've never been to Hong Kong. I've never been to Taiwan. I've never been to China. So I wish you guys well. Shaking my head.